Hi there, I'm at my country house and I've decided to make a really small tour around a typical Belarusian village and to show what we grow here and what we cultivate and just tell about general stuff. And I'm just very sweaty and tired just because at this point I finished all the filming and also I finished harvesting, and it's extremely hot, so I'm worn out. So I hope that you will enjoy my video and that you will find it enlightening and maybe broadening the horizons about how we live here in Belarus and how we live in villages, which is also a bit of a struggle because the village type is dying out, and it is extremely important to show what is left from the village life. So I hope you enjoy that. So that is the road to our small house, and it's at the very end of the road. Some beautiful flowers. Как, кстати, их называют? Цветочки. So it doesn't matter. So here you can see some local goats, though the area is deeply rural here. There are not so many of them. And I don't know, I like this type of animal, though I've never tried goat milk. So here you can see part of jungles. And here I'm kidding because that is always like a jungle and nobody touches this. It's not like a forest or something like this, just small bushes growing. Okay, so that is the area we cultivate for vegetables. And yeah, it's huge because we divide it between two families. So we have roughly like on this part. And yeah, right now it is in a very bad condition because right there we have small jungles as well. And the grass grows no matter what we do, so it is irresistible. We need to do something with the fence so that to stop it from spreading. So we are starting with the cauliflower, and this year we have a really nice cauliflower and we are lucky for that. So a little bit technique to cut it. Down, getting rid of the leaves. I don't know why it is called cauliflower because it's not colorful at all, but I adore it. Oops, here it is. It takes a bit of practice to get used to cutting it. Okay. And by the way, it differs a lot from what you buy from supermarkets because it is like very clean and very fresh. Here you may see lilies, like what remains of them, but we have different, like the main color is yellow, and unfortunately we had really a lot of them like growing this way, but somebody very smart stole them. And here we have broccoli. Also, like together with cauliflower, we grow broccoli, though it is a little bit different from what you buy in the supermarket. Probably maybe because broccoli doesn't like our climate here, and it's hard to understand the timing when you have to cut them because they may bloom, and after they bloom they are not so tasty. And here you can see the walnut tree, so it is huge. It's really big, and it was growing like for 10 years without the walnuts, And only like 2 years ago it started blooming and having walnuts, but unfortunately we don't have it that much of walnuts because some of the May bugs have eaten them during the season, during the end of May. And we also have pear, which also started growing approximately 2 years ago and have a lot of fruits on this tree. So as you can see. So this year they're bigger than the previous year and probably delicious. We are taking all the tomatoes off while they're still green because unfortunately the tomatoes, the plant got diseased. So approximately in a week it's gonna die completely. That's why we need to take off all the green tomatoes which are left so that to save at least them. And it's quite often because of this hot weather, of mists and rainy weather as well, the disease always like penetrates into the plant. It's quite unfortunate. And also, as you can see, the tomato is really high, so it's like almost my height. That's exactly the way tomatoes got infected, so they turn black, let me see here, and they die. And that's what's happening right now. And not like if one plant is diseased, so it's gonna take down all other plants like that. Okay, you can see the whole plantation of tomatoes, and they are all black. So it means that in a week they stop. They will stop growing and they will die, unfortunately. And there's no like turning back. You cannot get rid of this disease. So that's all what I've found, what I've taken from the plants. And that's actually very sad because they're still in blossom, so they could have lots of tomatoes. Just because of this disease that reappears every time. We also have here the Indian cucumbers, which are supposed to grow like 1-2 meters long. So I don't know whether we're gonna like, catch them that long. Still they're in blossom, so probably we can expect something from it. It's just the novelty we wanted to try this year.
Mochi. It's good, so I'm gonna taste it.
So see what I found. It's like rather huge, almost overgrown. And by the way, there's cucumbers. They are Chinese, so we ordered them on AliExpress, and there were lots of seeds. And we were having hesitations about that they're going to be bad, but they're good, quite tasty.
Mama, как ты ее так попала?
It's like I'm in a green bunker, waiting for something. So that is our century-old grape. We're having green grapes here. So it used to be really huge and the only source of shadow. And right now it's still a little bit smaller, but growing really fast.